Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought we could read a bit more of Rupaul's book, GuRu, this evening. I don't know if you can hear that it's really blowing a gale outside, so I hope that's not going to affect the video too much. And one of my cats is meowing around. She seems to be a bit bothered by the storm, I think, so hopefully she behaves herself. She's just catching up to me at the moment. Okay, so let's pick up where we left off, with this being the next page. At 10 years old, I was told by my mother, moisturise, 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 and I have ever since. Luckily, my skin has been pretty resilient given the amount of makeup and sun I've forced it to endure. Quick reminder, you are God's gift to the world. Oh, I've also got a very sort of on-brand drink for reading Rupaul. It just feels on-brand because it's very pink, I guess. Oh, my cat is being crazy, hang on. We'll leave her to it. If I kick her out, she'll just start scratching at the door and meowing. She's attacking something, I don't know what she's attacking. Anyway, yeah, I bought this today, this red velvet Baileys, and I thought it might be quite a nice drink for this video. I was hoping to make some nice like ice clinking sounds, but the ice is just in a massive block, so I'm not sure how relaxing that is. Not what I pictured. Anyway, I'm gonna have a drink and then we'll do a bit more reading, and I'm just hoping this cat's gonna calm down. Okay. She doesn't have a mouth open in that one. I don't remember any happy childhood Christmas memories. We were poor, and the holiday seemed to only emphasise what our fractured family didn't have. As an adult, I've redefined what Christmas means to me. I take the time to reflect on the past year and focus on gratitude. I love music and parties, but I don't give gifts because it feels too forced. I will give gifts all year round, not just at Christmas. I also prefer to be someplace warm during the holidays. I have friends who visit family in Buffalo, New York during the holidays when the temperature is ridiculously cold. I suggest that they call a family meeting to move their holiday festivities to springtime. Quick reminder, instead of constantly pointing out what's missing, celebrate what is. I think that quote was wrong. I think it should have said celebrate what isn't. I learned early on that if I was embarrassed by something, it was definitely something I needed to do. I needed to challenge myself in every single way I possibly could and take it as far as I possibly could. But you have to walk those hard yards. You have to do it to get to the other side. There is no way around it. Challenge yourself to the limits of your fears. Get moving on. Your fear of looking stupid is holding you back. I love this look. That's super cool. Can I get the hair in? Yeah, there we go. Rosa, what are you doing? I honestly don't know what she's trying to kill. She's normally quite quiet this time of night. I blame the storm. Punk rock is more than just a style of music. It's an attitude towards life. It's a way of thinking that challenges the status quo and imagines a life outside of society's box. I've spent my life creating my own value system that has little to do with the value system of my parents. Of course, kindness is number one. Being loving is always at the top of my list. But if I tried to fit my worth into what I was taught by society, I'd be worthless. I had to learn what my true value was by forging ahead into the wild frontier. I wanted to be free, and I've done that, but there's a price you pay. You have to find a tribe. And if you don't find a tribe, you're very alone. I've definitely found this to be the case. Yeah. And there have been many times when I've been alone in my journey. You have to be able to sustain yourself if you don't have other people, because your family may not understand it. Some friends won't even understand it. It does take a strong person to truly be free. Oh my god, I'm scared she's going to jump up on the table. Rosa, stop this. I film with her in here all the time and she's fine. Life is too short to be concerned with what other people think. Breaking the fourth wall is a theatrical term used to describe when the stage actor acknowledges the audience, thus recognising that they are playing a role. I've always maintained that we are all actors on a stage, and that we play these roles we inherit from society. But if you're able to see that and recognise it's an illusion, you have the upper hand in creating where your character can go. If you're able to press the pause button on your life and go outside of yourself and see all the characters you're playing, the dynamics of the scenes, flip forward and back a few pages in the script to see what your character's purpose to the story as a whole is, then you can dictate where you want your character to go. Of course, I'm speaking in metaphor here. I always say that it's important to not take life too seriously. Well, that is part of this philosophy of being able to see yourself as a character and to laugh, cry, and make your life an Academy Award-winning performance, because it's all a performance. Seeing yourself from outside yourself allows you to navigate your life and change the course of humanity. Dolly Parton is famous for saying, "Never perm your own hair." I think that's sound advice. She's going to jump. I'm going to pause it a sec. She's just landed on a chest of drawers in the corner of the room, so I'm hoping that means she's going to cut you down now. Oh no, she's trying to kill something else. Rosa, stop this. Yeah, she's just sent everything in the corner of the room crashing down. I don't know why she's being like this tonight. Arriving early is not against the law. I like to arrive early. If you want to throw bitches off their game, arrive early. I used to arrive late all the time until I realised I was addicted to the adrenaline rush I got from being late. When I was willing to let go of my addiction to the adrenaline, I was able to arrive early. Adrenaline was the payoff, and humans are always looking for a payoff. We do nothing unless there's a payoff. Follow the money, find the payoff. Your lighting is important. Light is everything. It's how we see. I have an addiction to buying flashlights. I can't tell you how many I have. The metaphor isn't lost on me. I'm a seeker and I'm always looking for something, trying to see things. I spent time in darkness, I've spent time in light. I prefer the light. It's important that I did the darkness. It was an experience for me, but if I have a choice, it will always be the light. When driving in the rain, always turn on your headlights. Pro tip, keep your neck and bosom area unobstructed to give the appearance of a longer neck. I just had my condo in New York redone by the man who is the set decorator on Drag Race. He makes everything look really gorgeous, but I wanted him to fill the bathroom with mirrors and make it very, very bright. You need that light if you're going to be preparing to spend your day out among people. I want my bathroom to look like an operating room. Always arrive camera ready. I'm very rarely camera ready. On social media, I get a lot of people writing to me saying, "Why won't you notice me?" I want to write them back and say, me noticing you will never satisfy your deep craving unless you notice you first. But I won't write that because most people cannot really hear that simple truth. What people are subconsciously asking is for proof that they actually exist. We all want validation, proof of life, but it must come from you, from the inside out rather than the outside in. People are looking to fill that void with some outside soiree. Sauce. Why the hell did I say soiree? But that empty feeling can only be filled from within. I love this. I would totally wear that. love a sequin. This is a pose I perfected at 7 years of age. It was lifted directly from the fashion magazines. I was obsessed with the fashion magazines I was obsessed with as a child. It looks like I'm standing on a box. I'm not. I have very, very tall shoes. And I have very, very long legs. And of course, this dress is beyond. I wore it on television once, so could never wear this again. It lives in a box in storage, and of course on these pages. One day, I'll do a retrospective of all my gowns. Don't leave the amusement park without riding all the rides. It is a beautiful dress. Dear Joan Crawford, I ask that you guide my thoughts, my feelings, and my perceptions. Amen. Joan Crawford is famous for saying, I never go outside the house unless I look like Joan Crawford, the movie star. And the truth is, everyone should have that philosophy, especially in this selfie-obsessed world we live in. Not just to impress other people, but to lift yourself up at all times. People also treat you with more respect when you've taken the time to pull yourself together. Dress well and you'll make more money too. I think that the concept of arriving camera ready is a great metaphor for life. It means that you came to play seriously, that you made a deliberate effort to suit up and show up for life and everything it has to offer. When you show effort, life will reflect that and give it back to you. Ultimately, it's about the love you give and the love you allow yourself to receive. Everything else fades away. They're kind of separating now. The phrase, please refrain from, should be forever replaced with, bitch please. Catching a cold is your body's way of saying, bitch, you need to sit your ass down. You have to listen to your bodies in a dialogue, and there are times, if you're conscious, where your body says, I feel really good, or I feel a little run down, I don't feel completely myself. So those are the times you need to sit still and listen. We need to be still, like the big beautiful oak tree that stands resilient, storm after storm, season after season, unchanged in its foundation. Cat update for you. She is finally lying down. You know in nature if you don't evolve you'll be phased out. It is that simple. If you don't serve the greater good, if you don't make yourself useful and give the world something it needs, you will become redundant. What used to be a local experience is now accessible globally, and we must acknowledge that and act on it. That's why it's important to challenge yourself and try new things. I challenge you to step outside your comfort zone today. Try a look from a different era. Late 1960s glam is one of my favourites. It involves big hair, top and lower spider lashes and frosted lipstick. I draw inspiration here from the film Valley of the Dolls, a marvellous camp classic based on the book of the same name by Jacqueline Suzanne. Easy false eyelashes. Curl and mascara real lashes. Cut false eyelash strips into 3 pieces with tweezers. Dip fake lash pieces into glue and place on top of real lashes. Voila! People who are quick to point out the bitchiness of drag queens have probably never spent time with straight guys on the basketball court. Straight guys can be super bitchy. In fact, that's what kept me away from playing more sports. They were just so mean and hurtful, I just couldn't take it. And I was good at basketball. It just wasn't enjoyable enough for me to continue playing with all the animosity. It's totally right, men are horribly bitchy sometimes. Mama said, "Rue, you're too goddamn sensitive." She was right. Bitches better beware. There's not enough dancing in the world, and the fact that there are no daytime discos right now is indicative of the trouble we're in as a society. Gotta remind yourself to have more fun, play, dance, and laugh. Stop trying to fit in when you were born to stand out. Never save bath bombs for later. Never wait for a special occasion to light candles. Don't wait to book a massage. Treat yourself to a spa day. Get yourself a colonic immediately. Now is the time. Your body is a temple. Serve it and it will serve you well. Folks gonna talk shit about you anyway, so you might as well go ahead and do your own thing. My drag is less about looking like a woman and more about saying F you to the cult of systemic masculinity I was bombarded with as a little boy. As boys, we were taught to fit our emotions into this tiny little box, because that somehow makes other people feel more comfortable, but I never wanted to do that. Truth be told, you don't have to. You don't have to. I feel bad for men in our culture. I think we do everyone a disservice by hiding our emotions. At 14, I vowed to always live outside the matrix. If you are a liar, you naturally assume everyone else is lying to you. If you are a cheat, you assume that everyone is cheating you. If you are kind-hearted and loving, you naturally assume everyone is kind-hearted and loving towards you. Your experience here is a reflection of your outward projection. You are heir to the laws of the world you identify with. I have days when I think to myself, I'm going to give everyone a break today. You should try it sometime. Have a give bitches a break day. I recommend it because you never know when you might be the one who needs that break, The highest form of wisdom is kindness, the Talmud. Today's eyebrow. Strong and determined, yet open and approachable. Being from San Diego, I've always loved sunbathing. When I turned 45, I decided it was time for me to stop doing so much of it. Now I'll lay out by the pool for 30 minutes and then use a self-tanner for that extra warmth of colour. Oh. My camera's freaking out. For the extra warmth of colour to my skin. When applying, just remember to use rubber gloves so that your hands don't get too stained. Be the star that you are. Shine, baby, shine. Even as a kid, I had no problem walking in high heels. It just came naturally to me. But here's a bit of advice for those of you who are not so lucky. If you're going to a wedding or some other long drawn-out event and you aren't used to wearing high heels, it's important to remember that closed toes and closed heel pumps are not your friend. Your best bet is a pair of slide-in mules that have an expandable vinyl strap at the low vamp. I don't know what that means. I made my entrance in the film to Wong Fu thanks to everything. Julie Newmar, feet first, so I decided to wear a pair of 6-inch sandals that had several straps crisscrossing my feet. It only took an hour of standing around, take after take for those straps to feel like razor blades. Now when you see the movie you'll realise that my feet aren't showing because they used a close-up shot. I'd worn those shoes for nothing. Oh well, I was new to movie making. Always wear high heels because flats are for quitters. Well, I guess I'm just a quitter then. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Why put off till tomorrow what you could do today? And I'm talking about the big ticket items in life here. Live your life in the now, because you get to a certain age and you realise, wow, that was fast. Okay, I think we'll make this from the last page. This outfit was designed and constructed by Bob Mackie. He made it for my Las Vegas, that should be Las Vegas, surely. My Las Vegas show at the Sahara Hotel in 1995. He made all the outfits for that show. I grew up watching the Carl Burnett show and Sonny and Cher on TV, so I worshipped at the feet of their costume designer Bob Mackie. He was clearly influenced by the MGM musicals, because his clothes speak to all that colour and all that grandeur. I love this outfit. Coincidentally, I was wearing it the first time I met Cher. Just because you dreamt it doesn't make it any less real. Okay, so we will finish up on page 116 and we will read the rest in another video. Thank you for joining me today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed listening to some more of GuRu by Rupaul. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.